Right, I'm live. Hello, everybody. It has been a while. But I am here to talk about the ETN board game. Um, I'm gonna wait and see people turn up. I'm gonna explain it for the people who are watching probably after. So, it is April 4th of 2021, and people are starting to get the board game. However, not everyone is getting the board game, and I believe there's a problem, and I kind of want to talk about kind of the whole board game controversy that has technically just been affecting everybody. So let's go back to the beginning. So Jerry Graceffa on Kickstarter basically posted about what we call the ETN board game, and everybody just went mad. If you look at the thumbnail of this video, it said 3 hours is completely funded. 30,000 people are buying this board game. And now, like, it's turning into this crazy thing where people are there like, where's my board game? And I'm going to bring up some reviews. Hello there, dear. But we're going to look at some reviews. I'm going to kind of talk about kind of the board game itself. Now, I personally have bought the board game. I've bought the Premier Edition signed. But there are a lot of other people with a lot of different branches of the board game, and things are just going wrong. So, when we first got the board game, there was firstly stretch goals, and people were talking about the stretch goals. If you promoted it so much, you would win a certain stretch goal, and the more stretch goals you got, the more you got with the board game. Now, as known right now, already two of the stretch goals now are completely gone. So the holographic cards that people wanted from stretch to 4 and 5, they're gone. Like they don't exist anymore. There was apparently a factory malfunction about this, and I personally think that the blame is being shifted. But I'll get into reviews, and reviews will talk about that. Where is the season one podcast? It will be out next Friday. Next Friday, the season one podcast, and then the week after that. I've just been doing a little bit of work with it, so that's why it's been taking its time to be released. Anyway, what was I on about? Yeah. So the board game, there's just controversy with it, and I kind of want to get into a little bit of it by reading some reviews. As I said, it was supposed to be done at Christmas time. Christmas time was supposed to get this board game, and it's now April, so it's been a while. According to the Kickstarter, there are 6,670 backers, and they've pledged the amount of $573,408. That's American dollars. And it was last updated yesterday. There are 39 updates and over 6,000, almost 7,000 different comments to do with this. What basically means is a huge thing. Happy Easter. Yes, happy Easter to you too. Right, now let's get into this. Right, 12 minutes ago. What is that? The most recent comment. I know most of you guys are mad that you haven't received your board game, but let's not disrespect FedEx. So there's a lot of things going on with FedEx, basically. FedEx just not giving their kind of the games out and everything. And it's annoying, but it kind of happens. People are talking about they're shipping the cheapest version. The reason a lot of people, including me, are mad is because it was supposed to get the game on April 1st. So if you guys live in the US or Canada, you guys were supposed to receive your game April 1st or even before then. But I feel like that's just another April Fool's joke. So a lot of people, I know my friend who lives in Pennsylvania, hasn't received the board game yet, and there are a lot of people in the same boat, and it is kind of getting annoying. The person continued to say that it never went to Virginia and it stayed in North Carolina and is shipping to another center in North Carolina, farther from Virginia. I feel like the game is going everywhere but our houses. I don't know when to expect the game due to its pending. Also, people's games are coming damaged, and who knows what my game and other games people look like right now. My game is still in Orlando, Florida, in transit. My ass. Shop shows that it hasn't moved an inch. Has anyone seen someone else's shipping? Just not updated in days. It says mine's in Georgia. I'm in Texas, by the way. Since Thursday, and its estimated date is still pending since Friday. It seems like it's happening for most people. It's very annoying. There's been no mention of the gold dice in the Premier Edition. I'm not sure any of the stretch goals have been made into final production. For those who haven't received the game, the gold dice is just a weird greenish swirl. So here we go, stretch goals. So that apparently, for some people, haven't got gold dice now. So that's another stretch goal that's been broken. I'll get into it because there's another review that even gets me even more. Can someone post a note? That's nothing. The game is super fun. People were talking about the game and said it's really fun, but it is also really hard, even without beast mode. And people have been talking about kind of the game. However, in the recent update, I have seen a lot of hate towards this video game, and I kind of want to talk about it because it's kind of scary. So here's what people are saying. So there's 23 comments. We're gonna read each of them out. Yo Saber figured out just after funded last year. What on earth do you expect? Uno of Monopoly, then board games on Kickstarter of in general, because no place for you. Got it. Have some respect, kiddo. Oh, okay. Wait a sec. I'm just gonna read this out because this is somebody. This is referring to someone else's thing, and I'm getting into theirs right now. Just after this. So Yo Saber just figured out. Figured out. Oh, here we go. Yo Saber figured that out just now after funded last year. What on earth did you expect? Uno of Monopoly, then board games on Kickstarter of in general has no place for you. Got it. So basically, this person is just responding to Saber because of what their review is. And I'm just going to read it out. This one honestly got me. I can honestly say I regret backing this game. The rulebook is a joke as it has several missing rules and instructions. The game is virtually unreadable. Or unbearable as well. Some of the mechanics of the game make absolutely no sense at all. It is as if they just didn't have anyone outside of the creators proofread or test the game. Just some egotistical YouTuber. Sorry. Sorry, apologies. Trying to make money. Oh, and apparently this game is after you screwed people over years ago. I hope the fans you have enjoy this. The one plus is that the artwork is amazing for the game. It needs a lot of rule and mechanic changes. Stick to YouTube. Making games isn't for you. So this person, Saber, is very not happy with that review. Hence why the person kind of responded to that. Then we have Jennifer Crumpton. 14 hours ago, the game looks good. However, the board fell apart after taking it out of the box. It's in 2 pieces now. Most of the stretch goals weren't included in the premiere edition. Only the poster is actually here. How can this be resolved? So, as I said, there were 8 stretch goals. We are missing a lot of them, apparently. Only people are getting the posters. There's no holographic cards. The dice are now not gold. Like, a lot of these different stretch goals that were asked for. I mean, we did get beast mode, but the game has been changed. People are saying it's too hard now. It's turning into what I'm going to call a shit show. Here we go. Just so this gets worse, people. David Bennett said the timer box, the sand timer in my box must have not been sealed, as there is sand all over the pieces of my game, and the timer barely has any sand in it. So they said other than that, it looks good. However, the fact is, there's now sand that has managed to get out. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Good news that despite being nearly 6 months late, fulfillment is rounding the corner. Good work. Okay, this is sarcasm, by the way. However, you missed a lesson on accountability. Ultimately, the project leader is responsible for what happens. You can't just sheet home blame to the factory and leave it at that. It's the Kickstarter equivalent of saying the dog ate my homework. You need to devise a plan to meet your commitments. Communicate to the backers in a timely manner, and do not walk away. Oof. And people are saying, I live in Texas in the USA, still don't receive my game. Just send the holo cards later. People are just like asking, like, thank you for the response. Okay, so a lot of people are saying thank you for the response, but there are people who are very not happy with what the quality of the game is. This is the announcement. I'm going to read up the announcement and talk about why the rule book just came into play. Hey guys, I'm so excited that so many people in the US have gotten your games. Independently making the game have equal parts thrilling and challenging, so seeing them in your hand is a dream come true. As of today, they all should be shipped and should be arriving shortly. While the games make it to your doorstep, however, there's a few more things I want to clear up. Due to a factory error, there are no holographic cards. What is stretch goals 4 and 5 in the premiere or the signed premiere copies of the game? Though it was an error, not ours, we're experiencing some challenge getting this resolved. Just know that we're actively looking to see if there's anything that can be done. Luckily, it has no impact on the game itself and can be played the exact same with or without them. For those of you who have the premiere or signed premiere edition to your games, you'll see that there are 50 SAE tiles in the box. This is correct as we update updated the amount of SAT tiles after the campaign during the final play testing. If you want a challenge, beast mode is only 45 tiles, so have a go. You'll receive 40 relic cards in your pack. This is the correct number, although there is a small misprint in the rulebook. The dynamite was a stretch goal item that was added to the relics. As I said, lots of errors that seem to be appearing through the woodworks. For those who claimed an exclusive invitation, your custom cards are being printed now and shipped separately. So now the custom cards are being shipped after and separately away from the original board game. It took some time to get everyone's responses, to have them all custom painted by our artists, but luckily these have much faster turnaround time. Your exclusive invitation will include a standee of you, your custom player card, and your gold standee base. The digital goods, the Q&A and gameplay sessions are starting to be scheduled now. Those are back will be an email sent to you. And then it has all the shipping information. So the shipping will start for the UK myself in the 14th. Canada's starting to receive their game within the next 2 weeks. New Zealand, Australia, the 19th. And then the EU and the rest of the world, you're on the 14th. Now, there is an email shipping at qmlogistics.com. So if anyone has any shipping problems, go for it. Now, I do have a few problems kind of with the game at the moment and personal fears of mine what could happen. Personally, I'm quite scared of the fact that I may not get a signed box. So as I said, I pledged for a signed edition of the game. I will go back on here. Hello, happy Easter. So as I said, I pledged for a signed edition of the game. And I'm here and I'm kind of scared that I will never get this signed edition. Another thing is the stretch goals. As somebody said, they've only got the poster. The dice, the gold dice that we were promised, now they're not gold dice. The 4 and 5, the holographic cards that we were promised, we're now no longer getting the holographic cards. Let's have a look at the campaign. So let's have a look at some of those good old what was it called? The stretch goals, those fun stretch goals. I'm just looking through to see if the stretch goals. Okay, so stretch goal 1 was tarot cards. We managed to get tarot cards. So hopefully, I've seen no one talk about the tarot cards yet. Let's hope they're in the box. Stretch goal 2, the gold dice. Now, as I said, people are saying they have no gold dice, which is a problem. Stretch goal 3, 3 secret room tiles. 100 fans of the game. Yeah, that was kind of what they had to do. So we don't know yet if the secret room tiles, if anyone has the game, tell me. But it looks like we may not be having those secret room tiles unless we're going into the beast modes, what we haven't even got into. Stretch goals, 3 random holographic character cards. We haven't got that. Stretch goal 5, the monster cards. The toughest ones are going to be holographic. We didn't get that. Stretch goal 6, 4 new cards with unique gameplay mechanics. So those, I believe, are the relic cards. And people are saying that they have got the relic cards, but I've seen people saying they haven't. So I don't know until I see it myself. Stretch goal 7, an ETN signed poster. Not signed poster, just a poster. And it does, I'm telling you right now, there is a poster. People are saying about the poster what is at least a good thing. And then stretch goal 8, unlock beast mode version of the game. So there is beast mode. So we do have 8, we do have 7, we may have 6, or it could be something else. So it could be the relic cards. We don't have 5, we don't have 4, we may not have 3, we may not have 2, we don't have 2. A lot of people saying we don't have 2. And number 1, we do have. So we are missing half of these stretch goals. Now, why is the stretch goals a problem? Does anyone have an idea where the stretch goals are a problem? Because I do. You paid for a Premier Edition where you get these stretch goals, you get more to the game that you wouldn't get if you just bought the invited guest, what is just the standard game. And people are being ripped off. Basically, I'm personally being ripped off because we're losing some of the things we would have got if we were going to get the Premier box. So 995 people are very lucky because they bought the basic bare minimum of $40 to get the standard game, no stretch goals. However, they're not missing much because they're not getting the holographic cards, etc., etc. Then we have pledge 65 or more and become an honored guest. So 1 copy of the Premier Edition of the board game. 4,137 people backed that. So 4,137 people aren't getting half of the stretch goals. I got Master of the House. 1 Copy of the Escape the Night signed by Joe Graceffa. 891 people. Again, not getting those stretch goals. So we're getting about 5,000 people who just haven't got all the stretch goals. 99 or more, two-face, one copy of the standard and one copy of the Premier Edition. 43 people back that one. So that's 43 people who are not getting that game. Again, you have the other 43 because there's two games to that one. Next, 100 or more, SAE Recruit. One signed edition, one edition of the game, and a live stream access with Joe Graceffa. 177 people are going to be missing out on those extra stretch goals. 120 more live at the party. That's two games. 27 people back that game, and that's the Premier Edition as well, people. So that means 27 more people. As you can see, these numbers add up. A lot of people aren't getting this game, this kind of Premier game with all the stretch goals. And 150 more SAE Recruit. So that's 110 people who are missing out once more on the kind of the stretch goals. 250 or more, 25 people. That's just for retail. So that's just normal game. Don't worry about the retail ones. That's fine. We can delete that. Exclusive invitation. 66 people are now missing out on their custom voting cards. They have to wait for them, but they don't know when they're going to get them, if they get them in some cases, and what quality they're going to get there. And a lot of people are losing out on that signed copy. And then finally, we have the artifact thief. Now, I don't know anything on the artifact thief because it was only a US thing. So if anyone does have that US artifact, I need some help kind of talking about that. But as said here, 31 backers are missing out on those extra stretch goals. And I have to emphasize the fact that stretch goals are an important thing as part of the Joey Graceffa board game. And as I said, people aren't liking this at the moment. People are waiting in pending. Shipping is a problem, and Joey is giving sparse responses. Confirmation is getting harder. Lots of people are not getting that communication, and this is why I've got an inkling that it's just failing. Now, what do I think could happen? I believe once more of the games come to people, I feel like we're going to find more faults within the game boxes, and I feel like there's going to be some asking for refunds. Personally, if I find out there's anything wrong with my box, with what it already is dealing with, I'm going to ask for a refund. I will give that box back. I am not going to buy a box after waiting so many months for it to have broken pieces, etc., etc. I don't think anyone would buy a quality thing and be missing out on the quality side of it. People are saying that the art is great, but you've got to think about the wider picture here. You've got to have a game that is quality. If that boxing game isn't going to survive like a Monopoly box game that can last for years, then it's a lot of money that being wasted, and the minimum spend was $40, and some people are playing $750 plus for this board game, and they're hoping that they're going to get the best quality, but already they're missing out on vital pieces like stretch goals. I'm going to scroll through some of the comments. There's 6,964 comments. And I'm just going to go, let's have a look through and see what people are saying. How about and just see what people what people are saying. Just gonna scroll down just a little bit. I'll talk about the game itself. So people are saying the game is super fun, but it's really hard. By the end of round 2, 3 stuff is either going to be great or awful. Characters aren't in place they need to be, and it can get stressful. Only 9/10, but only 9/10 because the save once ability. I made it to this old one. No idea what that means. As I said, don't have the board game yet. The board game is extremely fun, but extremely difficult without the beast mode. I played 3 rounds by myself and couldn't manage to clear all my unsolved tiles in the time on our last round. I edited the rules a bit to make it somewhat easier, but still, they are truly speaking fast when they say many ways to lose, but only one way to win. That's quite funny. Yeah, that's actually really good. Rex, well done. Did anyone who pledged for the digital goods know when they're going to get an email about them? Does anyone know about the Mystery Man or Arthur effect? So again, there's a lack of communication going on here. FedEx can go and be bankrupt, preach, but I want my game first. People are just literally, like, within the 12 hours, the audacity FedEx has of hoarding my game, so I can't have it. FedEx is homophobic and no one can tell me otherwise. And Marco seems not to be very happy about that one. I just played the first round and barely won. I can see how difficult it can be, but it is possible. FedEx is the worst, right? T. I really freaking hate FedEx. Me too. For those who haven't received the game, have you won yet? I've played it 6 times with my father and have not won. Doing the math, it is incredibly difficult to win unless you're extremely lucky. Wondering if anyone has won the game yet, and the people are just kind of talking about how hard the game is. Well, I like a challenge, but again, challenge is great. Impossible, not great. Stretch goals and the product quality of the product also a major factor. Anyone who has received the board game yet, please be more patient. I was beginning to get a little frustrated. I got mine delivered today, and I'll tell you, well worth the wait. So people are asking about the what is it called? The secret rooms. People are asking about the secret rooms, secret rooms, secret rooms, secret rooms. Kind of getting upset at this point. Twice has it said my game is coming one day and hasn't. It's coming Thursday and I didn't get it. It said it's coming today and I haven't still got it. FedEx sucks. Now my game is pending. Will the game come? I need hope. I got mine today. Played it with my friend. Was extremely fun. But we ended up have to end at round two. We had 4 deaths, 2 by vote and 2 by monster. I think you misunderstood the rules. You vote 2 people to go and go challenge and 1 die, so 1 per round. Again, people are just really like people have got it. They're enjoying life, and then the people who don't have the board games is just angry. Wait, I'm confused. So I live in Australia. Do I get my name on the April 9th? It states that they should arrive then. However, it's saying it's shipping at the end of the month. Again, people are just angry. And I can understand kind of like why people are so angry. Like April 14th, ugh, I'm gonna have to get back to school and have no time to play. So yay, can't wait. No hate though. I just love people. I'm glad I've got to keep dating, look out for the emails. I'm sad we won't get the holo cards. Really hope there was something that could be done because I was really looking forward to seeing them. Glad it won't affect gameplay. Again, it doesn't affect gameplay, but you paid for it. So, update. This update should have been a week earlier. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Here we go. Here's a strange situation. My friend bought the ETN game. And close to the end, round 7, we were down to 3 characters. Professor, Mobster, and Savant. Oh, and Colin was there too, I think. The Savant was pulled into the death challenge via a mysterious man. Said challenge tied. By the rules, all living characters outside get shuffled and pulled, and that one dies. All this to set up my question, should we have Colin in the shuffle? Thoughts, Joey. So that was a question. The 44 cards is a typo in the rulebook. Yay! We're only missing the holo cards. Yay! Okay, so people are just saying they're only missing the holograph cards. However, somebody's saying they're missing the dice, so it could be just a one broken. Oh, here we go. Oh no. Oh no, there is a rant in this one. All right, we're going to read the rant. Okay, here we go. I think this campaign has a lot of people new to Kickstarter and new to board games beyond Clue and Monopoly. There is a ton of logistics to be transversed in creating a quality board game. I did have some hesitations backing this, but I felt overall it might be fun, next level. Clue type games for friends and family that do not gauge in higher levels of strategic games. So, despite a lack of preview videos or reviews by any board game reviewers, I know I backed it. Delays due to COVID, I understand. Shipping delays, particularly in this sane world, Brexit, COVID, high demand for shipping than ever, also completely understandable. The holographic card issue is something of a blip. Sure, they should have inserted in shipping box or taped to the top of the game, whatever. You don't need them to play. If it was a production issue, those can be resolved later. I have a larger issue with the box and the dice. Is the box gold foiled? Yes. Is it textured? No. And yes, there is gold game box textures and the dice. I am not certain what to call them. Wavy green, certainly not gold. Absolutely nothing like was depicted in the campaign. Another issue is that the hourglass was broken, either in production or shipping. I was so confused when pulling things out the box. At first, I thought it was a cardboard residue. Then, I thought some sort of glitter that was supposed to be decorating the interior, even though it seemed weird that I had no recollection of it. It was only when taking the plastic cover off the main insert that I realized there was debris coating almost everything and that the debris was sand. I'm sure I can clean this up well enough, but it will be time consuming. And of course, I can use a timer feature on my phone. All that said, the rest of the components appear to be fairly good quality in production. The holographic cards seem to get sorted out eventually, but I have an issue with the dice. Hopefully, I can get this on the table within a week and evaluate the gameplay. So, thank you to the production team. Come around the past year, appreciate it. So, as I said, we've got a problem with the dice. We've got a problem with the hourglasses because this is the second person who's gone, hourglass, not great. So that's the dice, the hourglass that seems to be main problems. People are talking about those holographic cards. People are ashamed that they're not getting them. There are three stretch goals. Yes, it is three stretch goals. Three stretch goals that are being terribly done because the hourglass was a stretch goal, so was the dice and the holo cards. That's three stretch goals completely down the drain because of this game. What I think is stupid. I could understand why the custom cards not bought in the game, but they should have been in a separate package next to the package within the board game at your doorstep. There is no excuses why the board game can't come with the holo card. That is just poor planning. I got the premium edition. I'm missing the holo cards. Am I supposed to get? Plus the corners of the box are smashed. So we've got packaging problems now. Missing holo cards and 4 relic cards. 4 relic cards are now missing. So there you go. So the relic cards that I talked about earlier, some people are now missing their relic cards, and it makes me more scared because some people they're missing out on important aspects of the game. I got a copy of my game today on social. Looks fun. Played it a few times. Played so people get in the game. As I said, people were complaining the hell about FedEx. FedEx. Literally within the last day, my game is arriving in 11 days. So people think that they're going to be getting it on the 14th. I'm sorry. Spoiler alert, you will not be. I'm confused. I'm in Mississippi and it said the game was in Georgia and was supposed to be delivered Thursday, April 1st. But then it never came. So the next morning I looked and it said my game was in transit and it was pending instead of the date. And now it's April 3rd and I'm really confused as to where my game has supposed to go. Does anyone know anything? I think everyone's struggling with FedEx and FedEx seems to be destroying just about everyone's games. However, with the games, you really got to understand that the quality is crap if the hourglass is broken, and you really got to understand like the quality may not be there. I will review the game when I get it on this channel, but right now I am scared. People are getting scared. There's just no communication. I was supposed to confirm my email. I was supposed to confirm my address recently. They gave another like confirmation. Haven't had anything about the confirmation, and I'm just getting annoyed. Another person's review. I'll read it. I haven't read it first. Got my Premiere Edition copy today, and first, everything looks great. The overall quality and components presentation of the game is just beautiful. Much like the others, I did not receive the 4 relic cards. The only stretch goal that I received are the 2 and 7 gold dice and the poster. So somebody has put gold. Oh, here we go. I used gold loosely as they look more like bath colored than gold. Definitely not the look shown on the campaign page. The box is mega gold. Can't miss this thing on the shelf, but not gaudy anything. As if the dice, that colour gold, would have completed the game as well. At this point, I would rather have a dice from a sand edition, whatever these things are. All the components seem to be there. I haven't counted the tokens yet. Need to punch them out later tonight after my son's birthday party. Other than the missing items, I'm very pleased with what I've seen. Just need to play it before I make a real judgment. I do not appear to be missing anything that will prevent me from playing this game. So as long as the creator makes it good on the missing items, we'll be all set here. So as I said, relic cards are now missing. So that's another stretch goal. As I said earlier, we're missing the relic cards now. So people are talking about the dice being ugly. The relic cards, we're missing on the holograms. We've got breaking hourglasses, so that's just another thing. We are literally just on a fire. I feel like this person's already seen their review. Let's have a look what else other reviews are. Got this game. I got my game this morning, the exclusive invitation tier. What I'm missing is 4 relic cards for the premium board game, stretch goal 4 and 5 and 6. I don't know what the card's supposed to be. Stretch goal 8, and 3 other tiles from stretch goal 3, and most important custom voting card, which was like $100 alone. So this person is missing just how many stretch goals? Oh, let's just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 stretch goals out of the 8 are missing. I'm not liking this. I'm really. The thing is, it's hard like posting a game. Like I am not going to dispute like making a game as a YouTuber, no prior experience, that is hard. Like I'm not even going to dispute how hard that is. But looking at the reviews, looking at stuff like this on Kickstarter and on Twitter and on the ETN Discord server, it doesn't bring me a lot of confidence with this game. When I get it, I'm going to expect damage. I'm honestly expecting things to be missing, damage to be there, and I'm kind of scared, because if I get this game, as I said, and it's not in great shape or quality, I'm gonna ask for a refund because the fact is I've paid a lot of money for this game, and if it's just destroyed, then what's the point in keeping it? Um, it's one of these hard situations because I don't know how it works with Kickstarter with refunds and stuff, but I'm sure there's going to be riots if everyone's getting their games and none of them are in good quality or good condition. Um, but yeah, I have a signed game. I'm worried that that game could not be signed or might not be signed. I'm always scared about that because I did pay for that alongside the Premier Edition with all the stretch goals, but apparently up to 5 of them could be missing in your game, and the gold dice may look very ugly. So it's a scary thought. I haven't played the game yet, so I haven't seen the game, but once I play it, hopefully it'll be good. It'll be definitely coming with me to university if it beats the quality check. But I am certainly not keeping it if the hourglass is all over my stuff, the hourglass debris, um, and just the quality overall. It's hard, as I said, because you're looking at these reviews. Some people are happy, like game's great and stuff, but there are some people who are being more critical of it and saying it's not worth the hype. They regret backing. Shipping's bad. The quality of the box is bad. They're getting it and they're missing everything. It's kind of ruining the experience. They've paid a lot of money and they're just not getting it. People are worried about not getting their stretch goals. People are worried about not getting custom cards, the artifacts, and it is a scary like kind of thing overall, and it doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence and kind of happiness for the future. But that's kind of all I have to say on that. As I said, a lot of people aren't getting their games though. I know my friend Triss isn't. You'll still hear about Triss next week. She's actually been on one of the ETN streams before. We've also had just a few people especially in the UK and Europe who are just really struggling with the board game. But again, it's not supposed to be out until the 14th of April. But we should have known about this sooner. We should have known about the stretch goals sooner, about the holographic cards. We should have known about the dice. We should have known about kind of missing tiles and different things. Joey didn't tell us that there were any changes in the production. We were expecting things and it has completely disappeared. No one knows what's going on. And honestly, how this has all been handled is absolutely terrible. And I can only wish that this is fixed, resolved, changed, whatever you want to call it, for kind of in future if Joey does decide to make the board games for season 2, 3, 4, 5. This has to be taken into consideration, especially for the future, because this board game is looking like it's a hit or miss, whether it's gonna hit or flop. Anyway, I have finished for this stream. I've spent half an hour ranting about this game, reading reviews, as I've just shown you, where a lot of people are complaining. So I am going to go. So thank you very much for tuning in. Feel free to follow me. As I said, some podcasts are going to be out in the next 2 weeks. And I shall see you in the next edit, hopefully. And I need to end this stream, so hold on. Anyway, goodbye.